So I'm coming on live today and I want to show you all of the new Iron Orchid design products that I'm going to be using with DIY paint. I recently purchased this little wall art. It's just a piece of wall art, and I got it on clearance at Burke's for $2.40, I think. I got another one that was smaller, and I'm a part of this mixed media live challenge, and I was supposed to do it Saturday, and I got sick, and so today's really my first day back to the game. I sent her one of these and she made it over. So I still have to do my mixed media challenge, and I'm gonna announce when I'm gonna do that here in a bit. But I figured I wanted to make this over into a tray. And so I'm gonna paint this, and I'm gonna be using the new Iron Orchid design products. So I have all of them right here. They were just released at 10 o'clock. I actually don't have all of them. I don't have the inlays, but I have the transfers, I have the stamps, and I have the molds. So all this good stuff, I just love it. All right, so let's hop to it. What I want to do first is I want to go ahead and get a coat of paint on this so that we can start looking at all of the good stuff. So I'm going to be using DIY paint in beadboard. And if you have any questions, please ask. I hope we'll be able to see your comments. I'm using the S30. This is my go-to brush, and I forgot to get a spritzer, and I forgot to water this down. Normally, I like to water this down. I need to angle this camera. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. All right. I've got two cameras going at the same time. All right. So I'm using DIY paint beadboard. Now, DIY paint is a clay-based chalk style paint that will cover almost anything, and you can get some really, really good coverage just very, very quickly. So what I want to do is just paint the inside, and I never worry about brush strokes because it's handmade, and I like the texture. I like to see it. I'm just getting it on evenly is what I care about, because I don't like this blue color. I'm not crazy about this blue color. And if I was going to do the back side, what I would have done first is sand that down, because it actually has glitter on it. I don't know if you can see the glitter, but it actually has glitter. And anything that's prefabricated or pre-made, you want to sand it down slightly so that it doesn't come through your piece, because it was probably stenciled, and it will come through as texture. All right, so I'm going to put this to the side. All right, and let that dry. I'm going to do 2 coats of it, but while we're waiting, let me put this over here. Let's look at the Iron Orchid design products. I fully intended on creating some stuff before, but like I said, I got sick. I woke up Saturday with a really bad stomach virus, and I couldn't go live in the mixed media challenge live. It killed me. All right, this one is called Transfer. It's a transfer. It's called Bungalow. And what's interesting is I was looking at a whole bunch of videos yesterday or the day before, and all the new trend is jungle for 2023. So you have 8 sheets. You can use them separately to create a whole bunch of wall art, put it on furniture. There's just so much that you can do. And You can cut them up. You can do anything you want, but these are created like seams. And see, I mean, they're gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I could have put one of these on the tray, but I'm not gonna put this on there. This is so pretty. And then look at these monkeys. Oh my gosh, these monkeys are so cute. I just love it. I just love it. Let me know. Give me some hearts. Let me know that you like it. Just so interesting. So interesting. All right, so that's that one. And each one comes, of course, with a transfer stick. Now, this one is amazing. It takes the place of, I think it was called entomology. And this takes it on to a whole other level. Because we used to have a transfer that had a whole bunch of critters on there. And so there's 8 sheets of this. Can you see all of that stuff? Look. There's so much. So this one is called Milo's Pages, I think is how you pronounce that. So there are mushrooms is the other craze for 2023. Mushrooms on everything. We were shopping, clothes shopping, and there was this little hoodie that my daughter liked that had like 5 huge mushrooms on the back. I love that color scheme. So all of these things you can cut out, or you can use the whole thing for a design. And then it's even got like the text on the bottom. I mean, isn't this so, yes, so pretty, right, Angela? Oh my gosh. And then you've got the critters. So these are smaller than the last IOD transfer that we had, but I like that because I felt like the other ones were like too big. Like, you know, I don't want to see a dragonfly. That's I don't really like bugs, but you know, I don't want to see them that in living color like that. So then there's vegetables. So these vegetables are so pretty, and notice that the color scheme is just like they're just soft. And then these are so interesting. So this is the first time I'm opening it, so I'm just looking at it with you, even though I've had it sitting here. I just was, and then look, I love the butterflies. I love butterflies. That's probably the only critter that I really like. I like birds from a distance. And then look at the fish. So many fish. So many types even. So that's that one. So again, I have to get the inlays. I don't have the inlays in. So let's go over the stamps. I need to get my piece to drying. So this one is called Birds and Bees. I don't know why I took that whole thing off. Now, what I love about the new IOD stamps, if you're familiar, they come with masks so that you can layer your design. And I absolutely love that because we used to have to make our own masks. So they come with the protective acrylic, and then they come with this. This is the protective, then they come with the backing, and you just take it off. And the very, very first time that you use your stamp, I had some sanding blocks that I was going to use, and I left them in the bathroom. You just want to scuff sand it with a 220. I usually like to use a sanding sponge, it's a little bit easier. But you just want to give the stamp some tooth, and you want to go every which way, like, you know, up and down, sideways, so that your paint and your ink will adhere to it and grab onto it to give you a really great impression. Some of the stamps are made to look, you know, distressed, which is awesome. And some give you a nice good impression. It just depends on the style of it. But I love the stamps. I just stamped my walls in my studio. I've been working on my studio. I can't wait to reveal it. I did a little TikTok and I showed a little sneak peek of what it's gonna look like. I'm really excited. All right, so these are the birds. I love the birds. All right, let's put that to the side. And let me tell you, I love this because for junk journaling, the birds too, some of those birds and actually there's little bees in there and little sprigs on the birds that will look really good for junk journaling. This one is called Antiquities, right? Yeah, Antiquities. Can you see all these little medallions? It's a dog with a tuxedo suit and a deer and a horse. There's a little kitty, a rooster. So I love this bicycle and this little pig, and this rose is so sweet. I can see that being embossed. Oh my gosh, I wanted to try embossing with some of these very soon. So I love that one, and this is the one that we're gonna use today, I believe. This one is so cute. It is called La Campagne. I don't know if you pronounce it like that. It is a 2-stamp set. It's got the 2 masks to go with it. So this is the first one. There's sheep, which I just had 2 baby sheep. They're so sweet, a boy and a girl. So I might use that one. And then I have a whole bunch of chickens. But I love that they combined, this is I guess French country. They combined florals with these farm animals. And there's a cow. Another chicken with her little chickies. Oh, I just love that. And then the florals. And then here's a bigger version. There's a cow sitting down. So this is so awesome for me because this is like my life. I have a cow. Oh, I realized this is a bouquet. I didn't see. I was looking at it backwards. Of course, I love flowers. I've got chickens. I've got sheep. I've got goats. That's all that we're needing is goats on here. All right, and then here are the molds. I'm gonna do another live to try the molds. I couldn't do everything today. So this one is Dewdrop Pond. So there's birds, there's a dragonfly, there's a frog, there's like a little lizard, a shell, another frog, a little turtle. I was thinking tortoise, turtle. And then here are the mushrooms. This one is called Toadstool, and it's all about the mushrooms. So cool. And this one at first I was like, I don't know, but I've seen there's been some people that have been posting in our stockist, and I was like, oh wow, that looks really good. These doors, and I love these old doors, like the old, it's called Hidden Hollows, like old cabins and stuff. Isn't that so sweet? I just love it. So I think that'll be a lot of fun to do. And I have an idea of a couple things I want to do. So I'm working on my room, on my studio room, and I want to use all of the IOD stuff and DIY paint stuff. So let's go ahead and do another coat of this, and we're going to stamp. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stamp it directly on here because this is a different size. So what I'm going to do is, this wasn't all the way dry. You really want this to dry. Let me hit this with the heat gun real quick. Right, I'm gonna stamp it onto something else. So we're gonna do that here in just a second. Let me know, are you guys excited about the new IOD release? Which one is your favorite? I really want to use the inlay that is the mural. I don't know, I can't remember the name of it. There's 2 inlays. All right. So I don't know if you can see. You can see the blue. I would prefer to have my water bottle to spread this out a little bit because the white is really thick. And you don't have to use as much paint if you water it down. All right. So I'm definitely using a lot more paint. But this is just, I don't know if it's balsa wood or just, you know, the inexpensive stuff that you get at either Hobby Lobby. Like I said, I got it at Burke's, like TJ Maxx, Marshall's, all those things. It's just very light wood, but I thought this would make a great tray for a new platform island, floating island that I'm gonna make myself, a craft station. And I figured I could put stuff as I'm working or for my project, I'm getting ready for my live. It's gonna sit there, so why not make it pretty? And I got it, like I said, for $2.40, so I can touch up in there in a second. I'm gonna put that to the side. Again, I'm using DIY paint in beadboard for that. And this is just one of our 5 whites. So what I have here is just tissue paper. And, oh, I need to sand this. What I want to do is, I like to stamp on tissue paper sometimes and then have it so that I could put it onto my pieces. I actually did that for the girl that I sent her package. I sent a package to Lisa, Craft Therapy with Lisa Ahmad. She was the person I sent my mixed media challenge package to, and I did that for her because then it gives you the flexibility if you want to put it on something round, if you want to put it on something, if you want to cut it up, it gives you flexibility to do that. And also it lets you kind of audition, try out. Do I like the way that that looks there? And then you can have all of the different elements like that. And I do it also on this kind of paper, and I have another paper that I'll do it with as well. This way I have different textures and different color, so I can layer. And it's great for, like, I like to do it for junk journaling, but I also will wrap my orders in this as well if I can. Like, it depends what they're ordering. But I try to use one of my stamps and send something because then I figure, like, if I just stamp it and then I wrap it, like, you could, it's pretty, but you could also, if they wanted, you could use it in a piece. You could decoupage with it, or if you junk journal, you can use it. I hope that I've done this enough. All right, so what I want to do is I'm gonna take, all right, I put this, I need to move that because it's stuck on there. All right, I have this paper. I hope I have enough. I think so. I may have to break it up. I thought I grabbed 2 sheets of gift wrap paper. I'm gonna move that there. Okay. And I'm gonna stamp it onto here. So whenever you're stamping, you want to make sure that your surface is really nice and flat. I have IOD's black ink in this ink pad. You could put it on an acrylic or a plate and use a brayer if you don't have this. I'm just gonna go, I like to go in multiple directions as I'm stamping. Just to make sure that I have it covered. And typically I like to cut up my stamps. I'm gonna do it right here because I like to keep it on this really nice backing and have something to hold on to versus taking them off and on all the time. And then I store them in 12 by 12 scrapbook paper folders. At least I do that now. I don't know if I'm going to change that. I'm trying to figure out. I have so many stamps because I have, you know, a good many of them. And I'm trying to do a better storage system where I can actually get to them. It was good until, but we keep making more and more. Okay, this came out really, really light. I wonder if let me see. Maybe I didn't scuff it up enough. I think this is kind of not strong enough. Let's see. So I just inked that because I did all of that inking for that mixed media box. It may not be giving a tooth. Let's see. But that might not be a bad thing. We'll see. If not, if anything, I can just take it out and stamp it. I just wanted to show you a different option for stamping because it really does help. All right, let's see if this one will do a little bit better. Maybe I should have tried it on here. Let's see. Maybe I left it open. Maybe I left it open. Let me get some ink. I'm sorry. Hold on. Maybe it dried out. Found a sponge, so let's see, maybe this will do better. And I found some ink. So in order to ink it, what you want to do is you want to shake your ink, and then I should have grabbed another tissue paper. I'm just gonna let that sit there for a minute and rub it in. I used to make a mess because I used to go all the way around. Don't do that one. That's why this one is so messy. This was the first one I did, and so it's extremely, extremely messy. All right, let me try. I know I've got ink on it, but I always use a used one. Sorry. All right, let me just, I think this one is probably better. All right, let's try it. All right. Oh, I see the ink now. I think I didn't have enough ink. Yeah, much better. Okay, so what I can do is I can try to re-ink this and try to get it where I had it. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, much better. This is really, really juicy. So I usually try to do really, really juicy if I'm doing it on fabric. You don't need to have it so juicy on paper. Yeah, big difference. This is a great way to upcycle something. Maybe it's something that you thrifted. I tried to go thrifting this weekend when we went to Burke's, but it was terrible. There was nothing there, and so we walked away. Instead of buying 2 things just to buy it, we walked away. It was not good. Everything is so high. All right, I'm gonna see. And if I get a double, it's okay because it's really faint. So you want to hold it with one hand, and I usually just tickle with my nails or just rub it lightly. You don't want to rub it hard. Because you can smudge it. You just want to make sure that it's all getting inked. Unless you want it distressed. There we go. So there's a little bit of a double, but actually doesn't look bad. Because it's really, really faint. It looks like a shadow. And so what I will do with that is wash it with warm soap and water. All right, so let's see this one. Okay, I'm gonna move it. You never want to ink on top of your surface, but do you see this paper is so thin that it actually went through the paper. So when you're doing this, you definitely want something down. But I use this packaging paper for junk journaling purposes. I have like stashes there. And so this is like really great for background or collaging, layering. All right, so I want to get to this. All right, so I'm going to do it. All right, what can I get on here? Go here at the end. You can typically get more than one impression. Your first one's going to be the strongest. Okay. Now notice I didn't press down on that one, because what I'll do is, and I'll turn it, put it here. Now half of this flower I already stamped, so let's see, it'll be a good indication. And I'm gonna go ahead and re-ink the top so I can get that chicken. So let's see how that looks. So we inked that one, we inked this one. This one got inked, the bottom got inked twice, so let's see what that looks like. So this is a great way, like you just take your tissue paper, you could stamp it before you wrap your gifts. So see, all right. Super cool. So this chicken, this little chicken right here got stamped. This is the 3rd impression for this one. And see, it still gives you a nice, good impression. All right, I need to get this dry because we're also going to decoupage this on here, and then we're going to add some couple of those transfers. Probably a butterfly. Whenever it's thick, when you use the heat gun, you will get, I don't know if you can see it on here, but there are little cracks. You can get some really cool texture when you use your heat gun. All right, so now what I want to do is I really wanted the big rooster. and see how I'm able to figure out what I want. I'm gonna just rip it. Normally I use a wet brush, but I forgot to bring it. So I'm just gonna cut it. And I painted the piece white because first of all I wanted it white, but also because I'm using this white tissue. If you were using a colored tissue, you could use the same color paint and it would just blend right into it. Your impression will be a little bit darker. I really want these little chickies. I want like a scene from my backyard. That would be so pretty. I really love that rose too. All right. Yeah, all my friends that know me, like, I can't believe that you, of all people, have all of these critters and all of these animals. Like, I never would have thought it. Never, ever, ever would have thought it. But when eggs are as high as they are, I like being able to go to my backyard and know what I fed them and know what I'm getting. What's really cool too is that you can layer these as well. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use as far as florals, but I'm gonna try. And I can actually later do some of the sides as well. Layer this, so this pretty floral. I want this sheet. And I like the torn edge. You could cut it if that's what you like to do. I just don't like straight edges typically. If I have a straight edge, then I tend to use it in a corner. But this paper is so thin, it just blends right into it. It dissolves. All right. All right, so I don't know if I need anything else. I really like that one. Actually, I love this one. I don't think I have enough space. Okay, take this other chicken. I love this. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to use this in my room. Like, I'm wondering if I should add it to another wall or something. Make a pattern, like a wally pattern, kind of. All right, so this is what's cool. I'm going to take this corner edge because I'm going to take as much of this paper off as possible. And actually, I just realized there's a floral right here. Okay. So here's my little rooster. So this is what this does. This lets me audition. Like, what do I like? What do I have room for? What can I put where? If I would have stamped it on, that's it. I would have had to repaint it. So I like that this gives me, I'm going to lose this little birdie here. This gives me the ability to play and figure out the composition that I want to do. And like I said, you can layer and layer and layer these. I definitely want some of this floral going on. So then you can figure out which one you want first. So I'm just layering it. And so I definitely want some floral. I'm gonna put this little floral up here somewhere. All right. I love these florals. I think I'm gonna have it go up. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna bend it so that it goes up. So I know I'm gonna do that. And I want some white space. So maybe I need to do this. So maybe I have to add this one later. I need to paint that outside. And I want this little hen with her babies. All right, I'm gonna be using DIY Paints Liquid Patina because it's my favorite decoupage medium. And I didn't bring anything to put it in. I've been struggling. Do I have like something to put this in? Oh my Lord. I usually have a yogurt container and I just had yogurt. That's usually what I use. Okay, Mina, this is what I'm gonna do. This is a scoop we have. I'm gonna put it in there and then I'll clean it out. Just so that I could have something to put it in. Usually, if this was the freezer paper, I could put it on the freezer paper, but I don't want this to go through to my table. All right, so I'm just using this rinky-dink brush. And I'm gonna apply this on here. All right, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna put this one down first. All right, so I'm gonna put it right up. And I had this little wallpaper tool, but here's the thing. You have to be very gentle because it's not as fragile as paper napkin, but it's fragile, so you have to be careful not to rip it. All right, so that one's down. So now I want this one to be right. All right, that's cool. So now the feathers, can you see? Okay. So you just want to make sure that you have your edges down, especially where you're layering. I'm going to show you this how I layered that. And then I'm going over, I'm going to use my brush to lay this down. I think that's better. Because I could rip this with that one. Okay, let me show you what we have so far. And just use your brush to get any wrinkles or any air pockets. Air pockets is really, I don't care about wrinkles. I don't want air pockets. Look, I had a piece of hair right there. That's what I don't want. But if you do get air pockets, you can pop it and then squeeze some liquid patina down. Just getting it all down. Oh, I love that. Okay, and so I wanted this one to kind of go up. So I'm going to put that there. So I'm just putting the liquid patina where I need it. Okay. So just so that's bending from here to the top, to the side, then to the top. And see how you, if you do it slowly, you can get that going because it's so thin, and so it'll conform to the shape. That's why it's good if you're gonna do something round. If you stamp it first, then you can put your tissue paper all around, especially like you know, those galvanized tubs or buckets. Like you can go ahead and you can shape it and you can decoupage it a lot easier than taking your stamp and rubbing it, which you can do it if you take your time. You definitely can. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this one. Or do I just want it to be chickens? I don't want to miss out on the sheepy. Oh, I wonder if I could put him here. Cause that's, do I have another baby sheepy? These are really, I mean not sheep, the chickens. Cause I could have put the baby chickens over here with this big rooster, but maybe I'll do the, all right, I don't know. I'm changing the game plan because I really want the floral. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna wait for this. I'm gonna do this. This way I have one chicken. I'll figure out the baby chicks, the hen. Because the rooster needs companionship. All right, so I'm gonna bring this one in. All right, so I'm gonna hold it and get it down. There we go. That's a great way to do it too. There's so many different ways. There's no right or wrong way. It's whatever works for you. But if you've never tried decoupaging, I highly suggest it. It's so much fun. Like I could decoupage all day long. I really love this one. This one, this big flower. Let me see. Maybe I can get this one on here. I love the big cow just laying there. Can you see it? I think it might be too big, but this. I think I want this one. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. I'm just going to get this liquid patina down everywhere. And then I'm going to get it started. Oops. Okay. So see how I'm just I've got my patina down here. So as I brush it, it's gonna stick. It's gonna glue down. And then I'm using my brush to get it nice and smooth. And then I'm also sealing it at the same time as I'm smoothing it down because I've got the liquid patina on top. So I think I can get my little girls over here, but I don't like that. No, I don't like straight corners. I don't like that, so I'm not gonna do it. All right, so let's look at this. But you know what? I left room for a little butterfly. So I've got this. Some of that blue is showing through because I rushed this, but that's okay. Although my room is, I can always touch it up in some places. My room is white. It's my branding colors. It's pink, gray, black, and white. All right, I'm gonna put these, now I've got all of these to use for something else in my room, so I can tie all of this in. I'm gonna hit this with the heat gun, and then I wanna apply a little bit of color or something with the buds. What's it called? Not bungalow. Mellows Pages. So these are such soft colors, but there was like a really pretty butterfly that I was looking at that had like a coral, yeah, they had like corally colors, and I like those colors. I think I want this one. I'm going to show you here in a second. Some of these look like the ones that we had, the same colors in the other transfer, and I loved those. The blues and the oranges. Now when you're adding your transfer, you definitely want to make sure that your top coat is dry, that the DIY paint is first of all sealed, so you definitely want to put a sealer on it, especially if you're doing it right away. And here I'm using the liquid patina, but you want this to be dry and you want it to be cooled. And this is still a little bit wet, so I'm gonna put this to the side for a second. So this is what I was talking about. I don't know if you can see here, but like we had a moth like this in the other one. We had a moth like, or a butterfly like that. And we had like this one, it was a little bit bigger and it might have been a different shape, but the same exact colors. We had this one, I think, and something like that. I wish that was a different color with the black. I love that black one. But I'm thinking I'm gonna use, where was it? This one. This little one. And of course, I didn't even bring scissors. I didn't bring scissors. No, I didn't. Oh my word. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me see if I have scissors right here. I usually do. No, not today. All right, let me get it. It's right here. Sorry. Sorry, it's right here. I have to go up and down from the lights. Okay. I like this little one. Oh, I like this little one too. I might use both. And this one has a little word. I love using little transfers. Oh, I like that one too. There's so many good ones. I don't have a reason to put a fish on anything. So I don't know. I did the last one. I did a little boy's toy chest, and I added, and he, you know, their parents are hunters and fishers, and I added that's the only time I ever used the fish. These little floral bouquets are so pretty. I don't know if you can see these, but they are so beautiful. I wonder if I should put, this is still really wet. No, I'm gonna save it. And they're so small. These are perfect. I'm gonna use those for my junk journal. All right, I need this to be a little bit drier. I'm at 50 minutes already. I am gonna re-stamp. I'm gonna put my little chickies there. So I think I'm gonna let this cool for a second. All right, so here it is. I'm gonna use beadboard and stamped the, is it La Campagne? Yeah, La Campagne. These names. I just think it's super cute, and I'm hardly ever gonna see all of it, but it's gonna sit on my desk, and so I've got to paint the back of it to make it all white, and I might add like some IOD. I thought about adding some of these, but these are like really big. I have a thing about mushrooms. I hate mushrooms if I see them. Like it grosses me out, but I like them in this stuff. Maybe I could add a little, this dragonfly like on the side or something. There's a little snail. There's so many little critters there. And of course I'm gonna do this on I have a big basket, and it's currently teal and it's plastic, but I'm going to paint it and I'm gonna put this door on it. So I think that's gonna be super cute. So yeah, you can paint plastic if you've not tried it. Like, oh, this little mushroom. I could put a little mushroom on the side. All right, let's see. I don't know, it's hot, but I wanna add, it's not gonna work. It's still too hot. So I need to wait it out. But what do you guys think? Let me know. I'm excited. All of these, actually, you know what? I meant to turn them live before I went live, but I forgot to. So I'll do that now, but they'll be on my website. I have a tab called IOD New on my website, lisaboondesigns.com, and they will be on there. As soon as I get off the live, I will make them live and able to, you can shop anything that I have on my website, DIY paint, Iron Orchid Designs, Sweet Pickins milk paint. I have a little bit of Posh chalk. I have embossing powders. I have all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to be putting together some junk journal kits, like paper, ephemera, different things like that. I do have like a kit box on there, but I haven't taken a picture of it and of what this new kit that I'm going to do, but I do have like a generic kit. But if you're interested in that, let me know. I think that'd be super fun. And so sometimes in parts of the kits, there'll be stuff like this. If you don't have all the stamps, that's a great way to get them also. All right, so I guess that's it. I'm gonna have to wait this out, but as soon as I have this finished, I will take a picture of it and I will post it. And let me know what you think. Let me know which one was your favorite. I love all of these IOD. I really love this. Like, it's so funny. When I first moved here, my husband and I got married. He was already living here. He had chickens, he had sheep, he got rid of the sheep. He had goats too, but then he'd gotten rid of them. And then inside everything was chickens and roosters, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't like this. But now here I am. I'm like, I love it. I love it. So anyway, let me know which one's your favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Again, I use DIY Paints beadboard on just a generic thrifted, so to speak. I got it on clearance at Burke's thing, and then transform it with some IOD. It's so easy to do. I hope that you will try it, and I hope that you will let me know what you loved. Please sprinkle this. I would appreciate it so much. I hope you guys have an incredibly blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao.